Ladies and gentlemen, I bring you a last round of applause for the drums, the ground forces, and the drum major Ross Flags.
He's a British engineer. The engineers would have to either help build a camp or help break any fortifications.
So the soldiers have colorful uniforms, hopefully to avoid friendly fire. But here are two armies that primarily speak the same language. So in smoke and darkness, there was a lot of confusion. And the drill manuals of both armies were almost exactly the same. So yeah, we had battles where British troops would respond to American officers, and vice versa. So your head will freeze in the winter and sweat in the summer. So, gotta be careful we make fun of the hats they wore back then. And then every regiment had specialist troops. So you'll see some soldiers wearing an apron and carrying an axe. Those are called the pioneers. They had two jobs: to clear and create obstacles on the battlefield. That's why they had all that cutting equipment. And the other job was to butcher the meat that might have traveled with you in your army. Of course, you've got the flag bearers, who are often the junior officers in the regiment, guarded by some of the oldest sergeants. You had light infantry troops, who would go on ahead of the main line and skirmish. And if you were hit, the projectile flying across the field is quite nasty. So the British muskets are 75 caliber. That means the ball coming out is almost 3/4 of an inch across. And when it hits you, it pancakes out to about 1.5 inches. So they did cause terrible wounds that even modern surgeons would struggle with. They hadn't discovered anesthetic of any kind, so maybe rum or whiskey they'd give you. And if you're hitting a limb, they'd have to cut that limb off. And after that, you had about a 50-50 chance of survival. So why would these guys volunteer? Both armies were mainly made up of volunteers. Well, they offered them enlistment bounties, beer, whiskey, and rum. Most importantly, when you left the military, you often got a land grant. Ladies and gentlemen, can we have a big Fort Erie round of applause for our great volunteers who come from all over North America to bring history to life at Fort Erie National Historic Site. So we'll remind you to please stay off the field. We still have some security things to take care of. And also we have a little final thing that the reenactors do together to end the weekend. So we'll ask you not to go on the battlefield. But you're welcome to wander through the camps. The fort's still open. There's going to be a big artillery display in there later on. You can buy a ticket and tour. And you know, again, this is brought to you without a single penny of tax dollars. This is all a self-funded event, but you can defray some of the costs by putting a dollar or two, maybe $5, a toonie, a loony. You find some young people with buckets going up and down the line, and you can support the fort. So there's more events also here at Fort Erie. Come this fall. We have very popular Halloween tours. So we hope you can come back and visit the fort in any season. So again, ladies, on behalf of the Niagara Parks Commission and the staff and all the volunteers here at Old Fort Erie, thank you, merci, miawe, magwitch.
Copy? Yeah, I just want to get lots of room for everybody else. Okay. Ropey. Ropes in the box, please.
What do you have, buddy?
For you? Did it even fire? You got no sparks from what I could see.
No, it wasn't sparking. My hand wouldn't go up.
Got clean the musket and lube her up. Lube it out. Stuntman! Ease! Listen! Be very quick! Thank you, everyone! What a marvelous weekend! I think this is our largest turnout in years. It's nice to be back in such strength. Really nice to see young faces that we see populating almost every unit. Great stuff. We see you summer. Battalion! Attention! Gun! Fix! Bayonets! Shoulder! Mark! Rubber! Feet! Attention! As soon as you're down, you're not Sir? Stand up! Eat! Attention! John! Need your pins! Silence! I'm fixed. It is. Come on! Out! Here. We're not coming in. File! Right! Face! Turn! Line is dismissed. Right about face.
Sorry, excuse me. Sure.
I don't get the mic. I know you're talking about I've got video camera. I've got the Cottonelle wipes. Do you want that? Will they work? No,